Good morning, everyone. We're doing 10-minute portraits every day. I presume there's sound now, right? Um, I hope. Let me know. So yeah, 10-minute portraits every day. Yesterday I saw an incredible performance from the Colbert Late Show where Ian McKellan was addressing things that are happening now with fear and intolerance that were also happening 400 years ago. And as you see from the screenshot here, in this Shakespearean monologue and speech, he's encouraging or just conjuring up in the minds of the people who are afraid and intolerant for imagine themselves to be elsewhere and to be a stranger. And it was really a moving performance, and so good to see that message being put out, because I think that changed in perspective and the idea of being able to put ourselves in someone else's shoes, and through the art of acting, performance, literature as well, is such a great way to be able to shift perspective and to be able to gain compassion and understanding. And we are sketching inspiring people who are doing important things every day. And today is Sir Ian McKellan. Thank you for letting me know that the sound wasn't working, Elizabeth and Lewis. Nice to have you here, Margarita, Cindy, Lisa, Rachel, Linda. Yes, he is fantastic. And let me know what your favourite role is, or what has been most impactful for you of Ian McKellan's performances. I'm particularly fond of him as Gandalf. We're going to do a 10-minute portrait now. And I'm glad to have you all here. Thank you for being here for this shared practice together. And for some reason my microphone wasn't plugged in, so I'm glad I was quickly able to remedy that. Let's start sketching. Oh, let me just bring my reference over where I want it to be. In these sessions, feel free to ask questions, to contribute your input, chat in the chat. It's always great to chat, communicate. And I would really, love to hear your input, suggestions for people that we could draw together, and important things that are happening in the world. All right, 5 minutes. And what's going on today in your life? It'll be 5 minutes plus 5 minutes. And if this is your first time here, or your first time watching one of the recordings of the live streams, I would love to know in the comments. And if this is your 20th or 50th time here, then you can also say hello. I very much appreciate having you here. I really love the gesture of the hand in this piece. So the message of this this brief performance on the Colbert Show, I will share, repost the reel to my stories on Instagram. If you haven't seen it yet, it's great. And I thought it was really interesting that there was a Shakespeare piece from 400 years ago, and I thought, as I was listening to him speak and perform, I thought it was an actual historical speech. But to think of Shakespeare and theatre, the role of entertainment in educating and expanding our horizons, was really like that. I feel like that's really impactful to think that these creative disciplines can also be a vehicle for deepening and broadening understanding and changing perspective. So I was in London a couple of days ago, and just thinking of, like, I was seeing reference to Shakespeare stuff all over the place, and so I thought this was particularly interesting, just having come from there, and and thinking about that, the significance of theatre, of entertainment, how entertainment can really help us obtain new perspectives. So after scheduling Ursula K. Le Guin yesterday, I started listening to A Wizard of Earthsea. Amongst other things, I'm listening to lots of things together all the time. And I really like fantasy. And I'm thinking of Ian McKellan as Gandalf and the role that these like timeless stories can, like, it seems like it's fun and it's entertaining, but how they can have lessons in them which can be really profound, and I'm really excited to be learning about Ursula K. Le Guin and listening to her story, and to think that the experience and wisdom and perspective of this prolific author, how those insights can be packaged within something very entertaining and magical and a fantasy novel. And I think that's kind of a wonderful thing, that within storytelling and within someone's creative output, there's really so much like power and potential. It's really, I think I'm very thankful for a lot of what I have learnt from reading, whether it be fiction or non-fiction, or listening to audiobooks, and that it's such a wonderful thing that we have the ability to tap into to this incredible, that there's just so much amazing creative work out there which can enrich our lives and deepen our perspectives of things. Pretty cool, huh? Ian McKellan, fond of him as Gandalf, but love his craziness in the Da Vinci Code. Oh, cool. So I grew up being into the X-Men and Marvel comics and stuff, which I'm not really a fan of the Marvel universe anymore, but Ian McKellan was Magneto, and he was amazing. And I don't know if it was because of Ian McKellan or just in the comics and stories. Okay, that was the first 5 minutes. So next 5 minutes, I thought he was quite incredible. He's such a wonderful actor, and it's been great seeing a lot of his stuff on Instagram. And he's just a wonderful, influential, caring, humorous person. All right, let's see what I can do with this hand now. So it has some really nice shadows, and it can be really helpful to simplify things by looking at just the big shapes, something that is often a challenge. Hands are notoriously complicated, but if we're really looking at the interaction of the big shapes, the light and the shadow, that can help breaking things down into kind of understandable, recognizable pieces just by following the shapes rather than trying to understand the anatomy of the hand. It's great if you understand the anatomy of the hand, but this particular reference is like a gift. Look at these shadows. It's just so nice. Rachel, you walked past Sir Ian in the park in London once. Best walk in the park ever. That's amazing. That's so cool. Yeah, and also things like that, like to think that these incredible, inspiring people, you know, they're also they're people. People are people, regardless of their prominence and stature. That they're people who go walking in the park or doing whatever they do, and I also think that's really inspiring. I remember like growing up and having these kind of distant heroes and idols, and I remember, I don't know, there's something about at some point kind of grasping the fact that they're all, you know, they're all normal people. They have these roles in which they are magical and larger than life, but they're all, you know, they've all been on their and still on their journey of figuring things out, and just like the rest of us. And you can walk past them in parks. Yeah, Rachel, did you say hello? Asked Elizabeth. What are people up to today? This evening, I'm going to have a mentorship group call, which I'm very looking forward to. Wonderful group. We've all had, I've had one-on-one calls with everyone, discussing inspiration and the kind of vision, goals, the pursuits and aspirations that everyone has. And it's a really special thing to be able to come together in a group and share those together, and looking forward to everyone kind of getting to know each other. So that's going to be really nice. Later this evening, actually. And I'm giving a lot of thought to my Patreon at the moment. Next week, this month, there will be 2 Patreon tutorials. In the midst of preparing for my workshop and going to London and starting up the mentorship. I haven't done the year's first Patreon tutorial yet, but that is coming, which I look forward to. And I'm also really have my upcoming ink course in focus that within the next couple months I'll have a lot more to talk about with that. And so those are some things that I'm working on digesting today. But yeah, that group call is going to be really cool. Really looking forward to that. All right, that was 10 minutes with Sir Ian McKellan. Rachel was way too excited to speak, so smiled respectfully. Yeah, cool. There we go. That was our 10-minute portrait together. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here and practicing together. You can join the Discord server if you haven't already, where I share these references and people share their work there. It's a really great place, a focused and encouraging creative corner of the internet. So I just put the link in the chat. If you're not there already, just follow that link. It's also in the description. And if you've made it to the end of this video, you can put your drawing hand emoji in the chat. And the hand, isn't it amazing, Linda? Like when I saw that in the reference, I was just like, it's so compelling. Like the hand becomes like a second character in the portrait. That there's this amazing dynamic between the hand, the face, and so I thought this would be really fun to represent here. Yeah, and it's still pretty simple. Like following those, just the big shape, using those shadows, and that's. I can see now I'm tempted to keep going, and maybe I will. But for now, that kind of indicates the hand. I'm happy with that, and I guess that's it for today. Perhaps I'll do something on the weekend. I'm not sure yet. I'll keep you posted. I'll be sharing on Instagram. I'd love you to share your work, tag me on Instagram, perhaps even tag Sir Ian. Who knows if he'll see our sketches or not, but either way, it's nice to be doing this, nice to be sharing and practicing together. Have a wonderful day, and